Well, hello. Phoenix J here, and it is Fragrance Friday. Y'all, we've been working through this collection. There's so many things. I'm like really excited to get through it because there's a bunch of new fragrances I've been adding to, some new fragrance launches I've been waiting to talk about. So I'm really excited to get into this week. This week, we're talking mostly about my purple fragrances. We're gonna get to a couple of the blues, but we're really gonna focus on this bottom section here of purples. So let's just get into it. When I think purple fragrances, to me, they all tend to have a very similar quality to them. Like the majority of my purple fragrances are fruity florals. They might go a little bit musky. They tend to be a little bit more sensual, mysterious, mature. Um, yeah, there's a lot of fun in my purple fragrances. So we're gonna start with this one. I recently just upgraded to a full size bottle. I got this at the TJ Maxx for like $50. This is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia, which, as I told y'all, this is my favorite of the Gucci Flora series. And I talked about Gorgeous Orchid. I think last week. I love that one. It's great. Vanilla, warmth, perfect for summer. This is definitely like springtime fun. Like Ah, it's juicy, it's fruity, there's a wisp of floral, it's very fresh like air and like spring. I love it. It's a vibe that I can always get into. And there's a couple that kind of hit that same mark. So with my purple florals that also hit that same kind of mark, I would say Perfect Elixir from Marc Jacobs is another one that when you get into this and that beautiful purple rhubarb note that is unlike anything I've ever smelled in fragrance, it just lingers. This leaves a trail that as people smell it, like, what is that? It's juicy, but it's rich, but it's not overwhelming. It's springy, but it's summer, but it could totally work for fall. It's rhubarb. It's rhubarb, and it's not rhubarb like in the same way that you would smell in juice from commodity, or in the same way that you would smell in Prada Infusions de Rhubarb, which is very rhubarb. This is a good balance. And balancing it with floral notes was the smartest thing they could have done in this case. I also have this one over here. This was my birthday scent a couple years back. This is Juicy Melange and Mirror, and I know I recently talked about this, but this is a medley of fruits. So many gorgeous fruity notes in here. But it really reminds me a lot of Perfect Elixir and Chanel Chance, O Splendida. There is this marriage of fruit, flower, kind of air. It's juicy. It's kind of sexy. It's kind of flirty, and it just always takes me back to that time of really getting into my collection, building it up, beefing it up, being very intentional. Hi, Marley Pup. Being very intentional with that. So this was a great birthday fragrance. I still love it. I really just enjoy the fun of it. Another one that I haven't gotten into very heavily yet, but it's because we're right there at the season now. It's almost time for this one. Is Dolce Violet. I was able to get this 50% off, y'all. Like I might have spent $30 on this bottle, but this is Dolce Violet. Get it to the top. The Dolce collection of these that look like this, I really enjoy because they would just make a nice little vanity moment. Wouldn't you agree? Just like a nice, cute little display, and I've been doing everything in my power not to buy the rest of them because they have a Dolce Jasmine. There's a Dolce that has Dolce Garden is one I really want, and Dolce Jasmine is another one I love. I have it in like a little trial size, but these are beautiful. And again, it has that same vibe of floral, fruity juiciness, but it's like this burst of freshness. Like that's what I like about my purple fragrances. There's a couple here that don't really meet that exact mark, but there's one more that does. And this one, forgive the lack of lid. This is Versace Dylan Purple. Another one that hits that same mark, that same vibe. They just all do it kind of differently. So I would definitely say if you're looking for something that's fruity, floral, has great body, but is really fun and exciting, maybe a tad of mystery with unique notes, definitely look for your purple florals. Versace Dylan Purple. The first one I bought in the Dylan collection was actually Dylan Turquoise, and that ended up being a little too saponic for me. And I've got it. Not up here. We'll talk about it next week, but I've got it. It's a great fragrance. I mean, it's all around just it's a good one. This one is even more my vibe because it has that bright floral, like that bright floral meets fruity juiciness that just works for me. Like, and what's crazy is I don't typically walk around smelling like fruit. I love layering these with like very woody scents, very musky scents. It just creates such a unique fragrance experience, like for me and those around me. The next one that we're going to get into um, is probably going to be our last two florals for real in this section. You've got Very Velvet Orchid from Maison Alhambra. And I know I've talked about this one before. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This fragrance is just pure perfection. You get woody notes, you get musky notes, you get this little bit of floral to it, but this is a true unisex balance of just beauty. It just smells so good. And when I do really enjoy layering it with, it's a TJ Maxx fine, maybe 12.99. This is called Modern Fig. And to me, this actually smells a lot like Father Figure. Yeah, it still smells a lot like Father Figure. I like layering these two together because it kind of emphasizes the fruity qualities and the woody qualities, and they both dry down into this light kind of skin musk. Yeah, very complementary. Those two do very, very well together. On here, I haven't really talked about this one a ton, but I actually did receive this from the brand. This is Chanel Chance Eau Splendida, and this is the newest launch in the Chanel Chance line, one of the newer Chanel fragrances. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Chanel fragrances usually. They tend to go either too powdery or way too floral or way too rich or way too warm. It's always too something. It's always too something. Not this one. This is the perfect balance. I do get the fruitiness. I do get the richness of the floral notes, but it's not overwhelming. It's got great longevity. It layers well. I mean, O Splendida has that purple vibe. A little less mystery, but definitely a ton of elegance and class with this one without being too anything. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about this one because y'all know I've raved about it. But it's got purple writing, which is why I ended up with our purples. That's Clean Reserve Skin. Y'all know how I feel about skin. I don't play about skin. I love that one. Um, I love that fragrance. And then there's a couple more down here. Clean also has this fragrance. This is the one I haven't worn. This is Spring Breeze from Clean Classic. Again, part of the Clean Beauty Collective. Now that's what I think of when I think of like a classic floral that's a bit powdery. I think of something like Spring Breeze. I got this at TJ Maxx for maybe $12. $12 is a steal, y'all. Get into it. Next, we're gonna get into some fragrances that are a little bit more musky. Um, and they just kind of go in different directions. So if you're looking for a soft floral skin musk, Glossier U Fleur. This is wonderful. Especially if you like floral. If you don't like floral, do not get this one. You're gonna hate it. But if you like floral notes, you're gonna love this. This actually features osmanthus, which to me has that really nice sheer floral quality that sits beautifully on the skin. Yeah, I can already smell the beauty of that fragrance. It smells like springtime. It smells like freshness. It is light. It's wispy. It's whimsical. This is a win. This is a win. Love Glossier U. Y'all know I love every fragrance that Glossier has put out so far because they're great layering bases. Like I love a good base. And then I've talked about this one recently in becoming a sniff ambassador. I went through my sniff library here, and this is just another one that I love. This is Golden Ticket. It has the beautiful balance of notes of tea. So definitely think of tea when you think of this fragrance. Golden Mate, green tea, black tea, sage, incense, amber. It's got a little bit of a spiritual kind of quality about it, kind of calming. Um, yeah, calming kind of quality about it. But this one to me, it leans a little bit more masculine. It just layers well. Again, another one that layers well. I like a good fragrance that I can wear with a couple different things. And this one still gives luxe. It gives luxurious tea. He got money. You know what I'm saying? Um, finally, in our purples, one that we haven't talked about yet, but we've raved about before. Y'all know how I feel about this. Y'all know. This is the GOAT. Versace Crystal Noir, such a phenomenal fragrance. I know a lot of people rave about Bright Crystal. I don't love it. It's not my vibe. Mm. But this, every single time, will get me. Every single time. It is just the most perfect smell for me. And they actually have a new one that I'm going to talk about when I get to my green fragrances. Versace Crystal Emerald. Sh- They don't miss. They don't miss. Marley has a bit of the pacings right now, so he's walking back and forth. If you're hearing that, that's all that that is. Yeah, he's not going to sit down until I'm done because he probably wants to go somewhere. So yeah, we're not doing it right now. Okay, so a couple more Versace's since we're on the Versace train, because as y'all see, there's one, two, three, four, five Versace's right here. Is it just five? This is just one section of my collection has five Versace's in it. Um, we've got Versace Dylan Blue, another one that's a little bit more like a classic floral, but it's grown. This is grown and it does have a juicy quality to it. I don't wear this one as often. I just love having my Versace collection together. And I know I've raved about this bad boy. This is another blue fragrance, but this one I know I've raved about. I've already got a backup bottle and I just cleared a bottle. Versace Pour Homme will always be a go to for me, just like Versace Man. I can wear these to weddings, to more formal events, and especially when I'm going places and I don't want my fragrance to take away from the event or take away from anything going on. I don't want to stand out too much. This is the one. It's clean, it's classic, it smells fresh. It's got just this fresh smell to it. And it's kind of sexy. It's like a sexy, clean elegance. Um, we've talked about Langston before from Harlem Perfume Company and how to me this actually replaced Angel Share in those spicy warm gourmands for fall. This replaced it for me. This is a black owned brand, and this is in reverence to Langston Hughes. Notes of orange brandy, cinnamon. Um, there's some vanilla in there. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. I really enjoy it, and I really like the longevity on it. Miu Miu's been having a comeback recently, and they launched Mutine last year. And Mutine is one of those fragrances. It's just one of those fragrances. Look at that bottle. Get into that. It's nice. It's got notes of strawberry and whipped cream. It is gourmand. It's rich, but it's not childish. It's luxe. Yeah, it's luxe. It smells luxe too. Yeah, that's such a good one. Such a good one. You don't need to stay in that box. Dolce and Gabbana Light Blue. Quiet is kept. I know y'all hear me talk a lot about floral notes, but when I first got into fragrance, some of my favorite fragrances were really citrusy. They had heavy citrus notes, and this is another one. Dolce and Gabbana Light Blue. The original is not one of my favorite fragrances for men or for women, but Capri and Love for both of them I really enjoy. And this is the Parfum. This is actually reminiscent of Versace Eros Parfum for me, the Eau de Toilette. And this is an Eau de Parfum. It's got a little more strength. I like wearing them together to really make a statement because you get those notes of like lemon and lime and orange, but they're cut with a little bit of floral and they dry down into a nice sweet musk. This is phenomenal. You can't go wrong, especially as we're getting to our warmer weather. That's when you can't go wrong with. And finally, back here, this was the first hair mist I bought. As you see, I've gotten into hair mist a lot more since. So this one has not been getting sprayed a ton. But this is Macaron Rosé. And what I like about this is it's always added this rosy muskiness to my hair. That is just a nice, like, finishing layer. And it feels like a sheer, like veil of elegance. To me, that's what rose gives. It gives sensuality, it gives elegance. So, yes, y'all, we've made it through another leg. There's still maybe three or four more legs to go. But tell me what you think so far down in the comments. How are you feeling? Any favorites so far? Any that you have? And I'm getting ready to do a Q&A soon. So start DMing me questions. Start letting me know what kind of things y'all want me to talk about. I can do as many parts of a Q&A as y'all want. So y'all let me know what y'all want to know. And I got you. Well, this has been Fragrance Friday. Phoenix J out.